And we're back. This is video 3 for day 1 of class. This is only going to be about 10 minutes long because other people have classes after this, so we're going to move right along. We'll talk a little bit about energy history and global energy, but then on Thursday we'll dive into climate change and start introducing energy units and concepts. So, I want to start with this. A little bit of energy history. So world primary energy consumption. So you all remember what primary energy is? Don't want to give me a quick definition.
Energy content embodied in a natural resource prior to
Verbatim.
Nice.
Amazing. How did you remember all that?
good memory.
Yeah. Everyone online get that? That's well spoken. Okay. So there are a couple things to look at. One, you can see the resources themselves, kind of how they've evolved over time. So let's start with the bottom, biomass. When we say biomass, what are we talking about? Wood. Burning wood. What else? Mostly burning. This can include charcoal, as a biomass, biochar. You could include biodiesel, ethanol, things like that. All biofuels, I think.
So we were using coal, like, is that kind of when you started using coal? 1850?
Yeah, so this, where the black line kind of starts over
Yeah.
at the left and kind of goes through 1900, that's the industrial revolution. Well, where did we start using oil? Why?
You start creating, like, coal, like,
Cars?
Yeah.
Okay. What were cars before they were oil?
Wait, what were cars before they were oil?
Yeah.
Oh, they were, water.
Those are called boats.
That's what I've heard. No, water now.
Water-powered trucks.
Yep. Yeah, steam
I
tank
mean,
engine.
I guess I'm thinking more mass consumer.
Oh.
Not everyone had a steam powered. Of course, yeah. Even after that. Cars were electric first.
Oh.
First cars were electric. Big batteries.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, it was horribly inefficient. Yeah.
They found it.
So this is about, so you're looking kind of right after 1900, right in that time is when we first tapped Pennsylvania. That was the first oil. And the U.S. struck it first, had a huge oil boom. The Rockefellers became rich during this time. And once oil became so cheap, electric cars they didn't compete in the market anymore. So gasoline-powered cars is what drove it. We were using oil before then. We were mostly using kerosene for lamps. Yeah, the kerosene replaced whale oil. So we were drilling oil to get kerosene for lamps, and we had this useless part of the oil after we refined it that turned out to be perfect. Yeah, we would dump it, and it turned out to be perfect for automobiles. So then all gasoline-powered cars became really cheap. So coal's kind of picked up. That's mostly looking at like the British Empire is kind of when coal first became huge. And then, of course, the U.S. picked it up.
Nuclear is pretty small. I didn't know that.
Yeah, nuclear is hard
Really
to do.
pretty small.
I mean, if you think about how many, I guess I don't want to use units yet, but joules or whatever of energy that is, that's still math.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, compared to natural gas, coal, oil,
The fact that we use for
wind,
I think the wind is like not really
hydro and wind is right.
Oh.
nice.
Yeah, the little.
I thought it was the
Oh no, natural gas.
Solar isn't even on there.
It wouldn't
So
register.
it's mainly oil.
oil and coal.
Also, when we talk about primary energy, we usually don't include sunlight.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be prior to 2000, I suppose.
No, we had solar. Solar existed back in the 70s.
Yeah.
It wasn't really efficient, and all the spacecraft have used solar.
Yeah, all the satellites. It's the only reason why they're still in operation.
Yeah. But what I want to get across, I mean, you can see how resources have grown over time, obviously. But in the history of energy consumption, you can see history kind of written into the dips and boops and peaks and valleys of this. So you can see the Industrial Revolution take off. You can see the rise of the automobile take off. You can see
Social movements of the 70s.
social movements of the 70s.
There's a dip during the Depression.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah,
right,
there's a dip during the depression.
right around 1930. That's where it. What about that dip, 1945?
That's really all it's taken, is just like the last 100 years to like put this in a position of like entry. It's just been 100 years.
150.
Didn't really I didn't think about it like that. I felt like it's
It's like
maybe the last like 300
the
years, but I
Industrial
realized that
Revolution.
Even
Yeah.
300 years
that's
ago.
what did it.
The Industrial Revolution, so the 18. And even the Industrial Revolution, if we'd stayed there, wouldn't have gotten us to near where we are now. Because the Industrial Revolution, that trend would have ended us, a fifth of where we are. Globalization, it's the emergence of every other country. It's not just the U.S. and Great Britain, it's the whole
Yeah.
world. So what else can you see? You can see the end of World War II in 1945 when we stopped. Right, World War II.
Yeah, very
1950.
interesting.
What else? You can see this first dip right here. So you can see what resource causes the dip. So right around early 1970s. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Early 1970s, 1972, 73. The oil embargo. Yeah, the OPEC embargo in the West. And then what happened after that? That dip. End of the 70s. I mean, France nuclear took off, but why the sudden downturn? Again, it's caused by oil.
Oh, Chernobyl.
No.
What down, turn into nuclear.
So look at where the downturn is.
Ronald
So
Reagan.
coal stays steady, nuclear stays steady. It's coal or oil goes suddenly down at the end of the 70s. Partly caused by this.
Vietnam.
Yeah. I mean, Vietnam was part of the rise,
Yeah.
but it's the war with Iran. So the Middle East and the big oil powers were fighting
We were
Iran.
like,
Yeah, we were allies with the
Oh, which part of the Middle East? That's the question.
Iran.
Partially.
But there was, the prices went up again, so our consumption went down.
I see.
We were mostly just enemies with Russia. They were mutual. Russia was a mutual enemy with.
so
So, yeah, troubled history there. We,
Yeah.
the graph ends, like right around the end of this graph, you would see another downtick.
that was like,
And that's because of
I mean, the war in the Middle East started
2001.
2003. You heard that, Internet?
It kind of came out in 2003.
Well, what happened, like, so this would be end of the first decade of 2000, where the graph ends. What happened?
I remember there was a big
Fukushima.
dip in housing,
I know.
Dip in
Fukushima
housing,
happened in
which
2011,
caused-
that's it.
just like less stuff being produced.
We have a big grand name for it. The Great Recession?
Yeah,
You're calling it the Great Recession now?
Yes.
yeah, instead of
There's nothing
pressure,
great
it was the
about
Great
it.
Reset.
Yeah, there's a technical word, recession, depression, I don't know what it is, but yeah, so right where this graph ends, you would have seen a downtick, and that's the recession. It's really clear.
So my mom became a real estate.
So how much
Probably
does,
2000.
It was the worst.
like, events
Yeah,
like
oh,
when,
wow,
like,
she
the big
became
DP
real
oil
estate
spill,
agent.
something like that, like, how much is that, like,
Not much.
Yeah.
That doesn't drive
Not as
consumption.
much as it should.
Yeah,
No.
that's what
because I
they do.
remember, like,
Yeah.
price changed a lot.
That wasn't related to people.
Okay.
Not, at least not that, no.
In the goal.
The last thing though is this sudden uptick in the 2000s. What caused that uptick in the 2000s? It's a sudden increase. Which resource is upticking? I mean, oil's
All of them,
following.
really.
Oil and coal. So it was, I think, the emergence of Chinese dominance.
Right. Yeah, this was the Chinese massive push for electrification, and so coal drives it, and everything else follows. So that's the sudden. It's a lot in this graph. There's a lot in this graph. So anytime you look at these graphs, Brad's going to show a lot of graphs, I show a lot of graphs. History is written into it. Energy history defines our history and vice versa. Definitely read into them as much as you can.
Your energy.
Here's a more detailed, so all the stuff we talked about, the oil embargo, Iran-Iraq war, Gulf War, it's all written into the oil prices. And last thing we'll talk about today, global energy consumption. And I'm going over time, so if anyone needs to run, go for it. Or walk, briskly, if preferable. So global energy consumption. So this is not per capita, this is just by country, how much actual energy do we use. Is any of this surprising? Darker. Yeah, what's Norway?
So we use the most.
Yeah, it's
That's-
funny that South America, it's like, right, you can clearly see the United States like border there. Or
Or even, like,
so much less.
Canada. Honestly.
Yeah,
Seems like
Canada
they'd
and
be doing better
Alaska.
than
I'm surprised
us.
Alaska's so
You
dark
know,
too.
what's really strange is where a lot of get that oil from.
No.
Right.
In the Middle East, a lot of it, we just see it.
I know we get a lot of oil from Alaska.
Well, this is what I want to bring up with this map. This is consumption, not production, which is what you just pointed out. So, yeah, we get our energy from ourselves a lot of the time, but we also use a lot of it.
More than we do.
Yeah.
Probably some of these really light places.
So a place like the U.S., we just use a ton in general. We have a massive military, a lot of infrastructure, it just requires a lot. Canada, same thing. Saudi Arabia, they burn their own oil for electricity. It's massively inefficient, but it's so cheap that they can do it.
Yeah, go to verbose extents to show that, well, they actually have a city that is completely sustainable.
Masdar. Masdar City. Yes. All right, I'm going to call it here. We'll jump in about here on Thursday. The book, wait, hold on a second. The book, it's an easy read. It's actually, I don't usually like textbooks, and I actually, it's chapters 1 and 2 for this week and next week, and that's what's going to be an exam. So I'm kind of picking pieces of it at random order that I think makes sense to teach in class, but you guys should be following along. Just do 10 or 20 pages a night or weeks, and you'll get through. And there's a lot of great info, a lot of good extra stories, good anecdotes. Good.
So we want to be like, come to class Thursday.
Yeah, by Thursday of next week, you should have chapters 1 and 2.
And that's all.
It's all online, or you can pick up from. So thank you guys. Farewell to those of you online.